You're an excellent person.
Thank you! Oh, my head!
No, but hear me out.
Chain breakers, we're writing our history, and this is our story. Chain breakers, we're writing out history, and this is our story.
The time's now to break chains of poverty. Free your mind, there's a true sense of liberty. Slave time king, read back the history. You may face hunger, but now you get away. We all have dreams, but now you liberate. Blood, sweat, and tears will see you through. You can destroy the system or you can pick at you. When you make it out, well, that's up to you.
Here's the thing. You came from marketing. First of all, you chose it.
Cousin Jay, it was the popular thing.
It was the popular thing. But you excelled in it.
Yeah.
That the opportunities that came after were decent opportunities, right? It's not like, you didn't really excel, no one's really looking out for you, and you gotta struggle through. And I mean, that's something that we can take, but also the fact that you just got through all your interviews and like whatever job opportunity you were like, oh, I want to do that. I'm headed there. And you get it. It's not from like you just being like a mediocre person. Your work proves itself. And so that's really good.
No, thank you.
I mean, first the confidence. There was work put, of excellence, but then also you own that excellence.
Oh yes, it's very important to own it. You own it, it feels like yours, and then the confidence will just exude because you own it. You're owning the process. Like even now, when I strategize with sort of my members and we work on a plan, you gotta own it. You gotta own it. You can't leave it to other people. Other people should be facilitators, but you've got to own it. And by owning it and seeing it through, it's beautiful. Celebrate afterwards, you know what I mean? Yeah. And one shouldn't be scared of asking for help. That's one thing I've always never been scared of, asking for help. You can't know anything. There's nothing worse than being in your little cocoon or no, that's going to be too so here because they're going to think I'm stupid or something like that. You put up your hand, you make the call. You can start the conversation by saying, this is gonna be a stupid question, but whatever, however way you appease yourself to get the solution. But I've never been one who's afraid to ask for help. Listen, I don't understand, whatever. Help me through here, etc. Because you got to leverage of others to succeed. I think people that succeed leverage of others, and it's worked well.
Okay, I want to ask, are there any qualities, a quality or a couple that you would just like, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be where I was?
Humility. Humility. My late father always stressed humility. It's one thing he always stressed. Humility. It doesn't matter what you become. You must always be humble. It just attracts a lot of people. The humbleness, the empathy. Yeah. People just they assimilate to you for some reason. Yeah. You're not closed. You're open. Yeah. And even I think all the older people who reported to me in my department. So I tell you, if they had it their way, their daughters, they'd let their daughters marry me. Every one of them, why Martha? What's Martha?
Oh my goodness!
So I could have had a lot of wives.
No, sir. Now,
take my daughter. Nah, married man.
Married man. Hey. Nobody make no mistake about that.
I made my match.
That's
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So, as you mentioned, you have a late father. He passed away at what stage in your life?
My last year of my undergrad, so 2005, I was doing my last year at BCom, and then he tragically passed away.
So now, how did you, I don't know, see how you'd go the rest of your life without your father around? How did you take that?
Sure, I think, the advantage at that point is that I was already an adult. I was really an adult. So, sure, I think death was just another challenge, obstacle that I just had to face. You know what I mean? I just had to face it and make the transition. I can't wallow in it. I can't.
It's true. But I mean, that's how people get through it. And I
had my breakdown. I had my own breakdown by myself.
Yeah.
Picked myself up, cleaned myself up, and we went on. But his memory still lingers. I still think of him a lot. And like I said, those virtues of humility and so forth that he taught me. And he grew up very hard. You know what I mean? He grew up very, very, very hard. And he would always lament it. He was a self-made person. He was a self-made person. And I remember we would have these deep conversations. And when a person is sincere about, listen, I had to work hard to be where I am. And in the same vein, I'd like you guys to also work hard. Because nothing's going to be given to you. You are going to work for everything.
And I mean,
that you want.
And so, you've definitely lived.
I've tried. But I think I think he's proud of me. Yeah, I think he's proud of me. I've done okay. I've done okay. Mr. CEO.
Oh my god! No, you've done more than okay.
Address me correctly. It's been to a CEO.
Sorry, sir! Oh my god! Oh my god.
Yeah, and things like that embarrass you, when people hear titles and whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe they see, so I write a column for engineering news from time to time. And so, when people see your face in magazines and whatever, hey! They think, no.
Oh,
CEO! So, yeah, you get embarrassed in the sense of, I gotta get that down to earthness, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, you guys are blowing it out of proportion. I don't know, please guys, don't blow it out of proportion or when people retweeting you, hey, black excellence, yeah, it's our turn now.
Are you not the beacon of hope though?
Yes, but hey, maybe I don't like the public. Maybe the public. It makes me shy. Maybe it makes me shy.
It's true. Because you're a humble person.
Yeah. But people go overboard. Black excellence. What? But it's been enjoyable. It's been humbling. But I'm glad for this concern through all the efforts we've been making differences. That's what I'm most proud about. And let us be a beacon of hope to others that look up to us, those that would like to emulate. And let's have more KMs in the industry, transforming it and helping others.
Yeah.
Let's just help one another. Yeah, maybe one day, because of publicity stunts and whatever, maybe I'll get those top positions in Maserati, mentioning, a farm.
I wanted to talk about money and positions that you go for that offer this much money, but maybe, and then there's another one, less money, but it's more aligned to what you want. That's what I take.
So when I left Max Steel, I honestly left a lot of money behind in terms of the incentives you got, good salary. So obviously moving into an association, you don't get sort of bonuses and incentives. So at the management level we were getting quite good incentives, you know what I mean? But it was a very important lesson to me in Khoreso. I actually decided to put my happiness before money, and that's exactly what happened. Luckily, I was in a very fortunate position in that I wasn't married, I didn't have any kids, So my responsibilities were limited. You know, I could actually make the adjustment, and I made it. It wasn't seamless, but I was able to make it, and it meant sacrificing on a lot of things. Yes, it actually showed me how much money I was blowing.
Oh my word!
No, it actually showed how much money I was blowing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, frivolously. But and then for the first time, I had to say, no, Keitumetse, cut that, because this is like the package you've got now in the association, and you're gonna have to work around this. And I worked around it.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
It's still worth it. What
It's
you
still worth it.
cut out cannot
Yeah.
equal to now what you get from it.
Yeah. You know, it's not like money, but it's influence. I'm able to influence. So I'm able to influence policy. I'm able to enable this and that. I'm able to rub shoulders with people that normal people wouldn't normally rub shoulders with. I'm not gonna have access to mama. You know, that's nice. You know what I mean? It's a nice thing to know that you can actually make a difference by being able to access certain people within the industry that not everybody else can access, that type of thing. So it's influence and enabling rather than a whole lot of money.
And just there's no transformation.
There's no transformation.
Like,
it's like, yes, you're rich, but your richness doesn't make a difference.
I mean, I think that's quite something, because I see it within the society that those who don't come from affluent homes and everything are convinced that money, once they have money, they are going to be happy. They're convinced, first of all, that wealthy people don't have challenges. And I mean, it's easy to see it that way when your challenges are the lack of money. But of course, everybody has challenges, you know? And so, that realization that wealth actually doesn't make happiness.
No, it doesn't.
It can contribute there and there, like comfort.
No, absolutely. Like, don't get me wrong, it's important. It's important, but I feel if you've got enough, you've got enough to go on. I've got enough. You're able to go on holiday, you're able to do this, you're able to do that. It doesn't have to be excessive and obscene. You know what I mean? You've got enough. You've got enough. You're able to enjoy a good quality of life. Yes, money is important. But so long as you're enjoying a good quality of life and the enough that you have satisfies everything,
it's worth it.
You're the happiest person in the world.
Yeah.
You're the happiest person in the world. Don't have to run around chasing the Joneses and whatever. Get content. You've got a paid off car, there's nothing better than having debts that are paid off. It also helps to deal with
debts.
And then, you've got enough. For sure.
Life is good.
Yeah, life is good. I mean, you've got those that have more than us, but they've got bigger problems. When
you talk about vision, did you ever have certain visions create like, oh, this is how I want to go, where I want to be?
Nothing was ever structured. The only thing I knew is that I had to be somebody. Just somebody dignified within society. Like you're dignified, I'm dignified. All I knew is that I didn't know there was no vision of CEO or whatever. Yes, maybe in my dreams, because I mean for a long time I'm a daydreamer. I could have been a tennis star, I could have been a cricket star, I could have been whatever. I could have been, you watch Law and Order, and all of a sudden you feel like you can become a lawyer, you know what I mean? And then you start dreaming it, whatever.
Right.
But realistically putting structure to say, no, this is where I want to be career-wise. No.
Didn't do that.
I went with the flow. Opportunities opened up as I went on. So long as I knew I was working hard, I think I felt the opportunities will open up themselves. Sometimes you work hard, and maybe you feel you don't get the recognition. But subliminally, people are actually looking at you that you don't see, you know what I mean? So there's a lot that we do that other people notice, but when are you busy looking for it? So don't look for it, it'll come to you. Don't look for the recognition, work to it, just work. And it'll all come to you, the recognition. But now, when you make it a goal, Yeah, I want them to feel it.
That's the intention. Is not pure.
It's not pure. Then you're doing it for your ego and all that. Just do it for the love of doing it, and then after it'll come. It will come full circle. So maybe I'm not a good example of structure. No. Visionary structure. It's not just went with the flow and the opportunities as they opened up. And maybe as the opportunities came, maybe I did my my due diligence on it. Okay, yes. I didn't just take in. Yeah, that I did.
Yeah,
that
okay.
I did.
But you know what? I think it's very important to have this point of view, because I think there is also a particular point of view to success, and it's very limited. And I just hearing this, the fact that there wasn't structure, but where you are, you're happy with, and you worked hard to get where you are. It may not have been a specific destination,
But it was a destination.
I didn't know
where. But something had to give.
And it's motion. Being in motion, there's progression,
And never burn bridges. Never burn bridges. They come full circle. Never burn bridges. Yeah, because sometimes when people structure a vision, they structure it very narrowly. There's no leeway.
Exactly.
Me putting structure, I find it very difficult because a lot of things happen. There's so many variables in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'm still trying to keep this straight line. And you're being punched from left to right, but you're still trying to. So why not be flexible?
Yes.
So I've taken that punch,
Because
I'm still progressing.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm allowing some sort of flexibility.
And life to mold you, because life is the greatest teacher.
Yeah. So let it lead me.
Yeah.
It's leading me. Mari, I'm hardworking, I'm disciplined, sharp. You're doing all the right things. You're doing all the right things. You know what I mean? But you're allowing for flexibility. Allowing for flexibility. Pass.
This is everything for me.
I receive!
It's stressful.
Life,
When you see everybody progressing and you're going to be comparing yourself, it's scary,
Yeah. And it's very pertinent, especially today, social media and all that. Your peers, people post a lot of things, about their successes and whatever. And one person's success is another's sort of getting hellhole in a way,
Right.
We went varsity together, we're on par, and look how well this person is doing, and look at me, type of thing. Because we expect to reach success and breaks at the same time, and that's not how life works.
Right.
Because we are different. We're completely different. Your success might be this year, 3 years later, whatever. Because we're all facing different paths. But somehow we want to try and make everything uniform. It can't be uniform. It's impossible. That's not how life works. And so, I think the idea is what you see on social media, you should be able to distance yourself and say, well done to Mang, they're doing very well, whatever. But don't say you're a failure because Mang is progressing, whatever. Really, you will progress.
And you have to recognize.
And you've got to recognize, because you've got the ability. Maybe you just didn't get the opportunity. And it's still coming, type of thing. So don't debase yourself and think, I'm useless, whatever.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do that. People that are fueled by social media will read into this and the self-esteem will just crash, crash and burn. Are they talking about useless, whatever? Because people are just, sometimes it's even materialistic stuff. Why am I not driving a BMW?
Right.
I get that question a lot. Why are you still driving your Polo, whatever? I always say, it's a paid-off car.
Hey, that's the difference.
It's a paid-off car. That's a paid-off car.
Yeah.
So sometimes the reality needs to sink in. Reality needs to sink in. And then you meet, and then sincerely you get friends who know you for who you are. And my friend will not ask me, why are you still driving this old thing type of thing? Why don't you get a BMW? Because you guys, you know what I mean? And the realities of life, you've come a long way. So it's beyond the materialistic stuff. It's beyond all that. It's real. It's honestly very real. Very real. So, I'm not doing my social media or anything like that. I congratulate people's successes, and if whatever's posted is posted, it's good, whatever. But never let it make you belittle you in any way or lower your self-esteem.
Or make you envious.
Or make you envious. You start doing things that you wouldn't necessarily do. People do crazy things out there. People do crazy because there's that inadequacy that they feel. And you're letting society create that inadequacy.
Yeah, no.
So the minute you can put the stop nonsense some more or block or whatever. No, this is me, and this is where I'm going, and I've got the support, whatever.
Yeah.
Shut up! My turn will come, and touch wood, it will come. And you start enjoying your life.
Thank you.
We're in the process of starting up an egg-laying facility in Marikana. So chickens lay eggs, and it's on a farm. So it's a project.
As an individual?
No. This is me and a group of other people.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna start an egg-laying facility there. The groundwork is already on, and there's progress. And so that dream of agriculture is coming full circle now. It just took longer than expected. So I can always go back to those that I told Khure I'm going into agriculture and say,
hey,
listen, here's a crate of eggs. Here's a crate of eggs. So get it? No. You thought I was lying to you. No, I was just playing the long game. So yes, very excited about that project. Fully automated system. So yeah. By August sometime we should be up and running. So
Okay.
Get your crate of eggs.
Alright, I'll do that.
Skataba.
Hey, we love eggs.
Skataba.
Love.
The eggs. I have 2, she has 3.
Chain breakers!